YouTube, today I'm going to show you what an unbreakable shield looks like. We have Zamazenta here, a Pokemon opposite from Zacian that gets plus defense instead of plus attack whenever it enters the field. It doesn't get body press for some reason. Great job. But we are going to be trying it out with Cherrim, a Pokemon with Flower Gift. When Sun is on the field and Cherrim is on the field, gives plus attack and plus special defense to its allies. With Zamazenta, plus attack, plus defense, plus special defense. It has healing. It has offensive pressure with Helping Hand and the attack boost. Can make it potentially a real threat. Let's see if we can get it off in today's episode. But if you do enjoy the videos, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. And check out my other social medias down below, such as my other YouTube channels and my Twitch channel if you want more content from me. And try out the team. You have until the end of Series 10 is over, which is like about 10 days if you do want to try it out. But there's a paste bin down below and a team builder coming out in the near future. So let's get started and play some games. All right, number 29 on the ladder with a rain team of Pelipper, Ferrothorn. Okay, I do have answers to Ferrothorn, thankfully. The Rillaboom, Moltres, Galarian form, Zacian, and Incineroar. So what do I exactly want to go here? I don't really like Obstagoon here, unfortunately. Zamazenta can do well here. The thing is, they do have rain, so it's a weather war, and I don't have the best answers to Pelipper, which is a little bit difficult. I do like leading Gyarados here. They don't have the best ways to deal with Gyarados other than maybe like Ferrothorn or the Zamazenta here, or not Zamazenta, Zacian. So I'm going to lead Gyarados, Zamazenta. I think it's a pretty strong lead overall. It does a lot of damage to their team. Back, I'm considering Cherrim plus Torkoal right here. And I think that's fine. Intimidate is not bad here. It's probably my best way to damage Pelipper, ironically. But I think with Gyarados, I should be good enough. Now, the question is what kind of Zacian it is. Swords Dance, I think, is probably more likely on the rain team. But if it's sub, it could be a little bit questionable. I really wish Zamazenta resisted Fairy, as well as fighting and all the other moves that Zacian. But you know what? This is Zamazenta. This is not Zacian. We're going to see the Gyarados Zamazenta lead. Now, I'm leading Gyarados Zamazenta. They're leading Zacian and Incineroar. Whatever. Okay, we're fine. So this is an interesting turn one. I mean, I think I go Torkoal for the Gyarados slot and I just protect my Zamazenta here. I just don't see a reason not to make that play. The next turn is going to be the questionable one, though. The next one's going to be the questionable one. So I am going to go for the swap the Gyara into the Torkoal slot and then protect Zamazenta. Is this a bit too obvious, though? They could parting shot out the Gyarados, but we'll see what they decide to do here. I could definitely see parting shot on the Gyarados. And if they bring in Pelipper, I guess I just go back into I just go back into Gyarados regardless. Like, I'm planning to go back into Gyarados anyway because Torkoal doesn't really like this position. I will see here, though. Protect coming out from the Zamazenta. We're going to see the Fake Out going to come out into the Gyarados slot. Okay, cool. In case I was Thunder Wave, I guess. And they're going to Swords Dance, which is fine. Okay. They have a parting shot here. I'm curious on whether they go hard into Pelipper or would they stay in with Incin and parting shot the Torkoal, like really greedy. I'm gonna actually go for the close combat here in the Incineroar, and I'm gonna try to KO the Incineroar as fast as I can. So one less Pokemon I have to worry about for the Weather War. So we get the Flower Gift off, and we're gonna see Play Rough come out. Targets down. My Zamazenta I do avoid. I probably would have survived it anyway because it is +2, but I am +1, so I would have lived it. And then close combat is able to knock out Instant, so that's a great knockout right there. All right, really solid turn for us. And then this should be Pelipper coming in, I'm imagining. Yeah, really good turn for us. Pelipper is gonna come out. I could go hard into Torkoal if I really want to. I could double swap here. Gyarados into Torkoal doesn't seem like a bad play here. I wonder if they're Weather Ball Pelipper. I feel like a lot of them have been Weather Ball, and if they're Weather Ball Pelipper, they actually get heavily punished here. So I go Gyarados for this slot, and then I go for Torkoal for the other slot. If they go for, I wonder if they're going to swap Pelipper here, if they just want to bait the rain here, or if they're going to Swords Dance with these Zacian here. That's also another question. There's a lot of questions right here, but we do take it. We will go for the Torkoal Sun Drought. Do I transform? Because I do transform even though I'm swapping here. All right. I could have got the big Seed Bomb into the Pelipper, but I think it's just better to lower the damage output of my opponent right here. Wonder what the last mon is. Because Incineroar, Pelipper, or Zacian were all in my expectations. They do Swords Dance again. Okay. What are they doing with Pelipper? Hurricane? Or Weather Ball? Hurricane, yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna go Cherrim here because I want to take very little damage from the Sun Boost attack, and I'm actually gonna go for Iron Defense. I think, because they're probably gonna protect and swap here. Yeah, I think that's what they're gonna likely do. So I'm gonna go Cherrim here, and I'm gonna Iron Defense. And next turn, maybe I could punish the Zacian with Helping Hand Body Press from Torkoal, which I don't know how much it does, but it'll probably do a lot. So we'll bring out the Cherrim. It will also take less damage from any attack from the Pelipper, what it decides to go for here. Let's see. They stay in. Wow. Behemoth Blade gonna come out into Torkoal? Do they have Hydro? Torkoal's able to survive. Okay. I'm surprised they risked that. I should have Heat Waved, I guess. I thought it was gonna be Protect, switch out. Let's see. Weather Ball. Okay. Yeah, no shot does KOing. Yeah, perfect. I'm gonna get an Iron Defense off. Pretty big Iron Defense right here. Now I match up with the Zacian right here. Do they have Pharaoh in the back, and that's why they're not switching out? I'm gonna go for Pollen Puff, heal my Torkoal, and I'm gonna Heat Wave. Yeah, I'm just gonna Heat Wave now. I just don't see a reason not to. Pelipper's finally gonna retreat. That's fine. Pharaoh is revealed here. Okay, perfect. Zacian gonna protect. Okay, that's fine. So weather, that's the thing I don't like about Weather Ball Pelipper. It just doesn't do anything if the weather isn't there. And this is a perfect punish right here because I'm able to get a Heat Wave off into the Pharaoh and pick up the knockout, and now I win the Weather War 100%. Or I miss, but that's fine too, because I can Helping Hand Body Press the Zacian here, I think. And I think that's also a fair trade. I'm not really worried about Ferrothorn. Yeah, they're going to switch on to Pelipper to try and mitigate damage, but I'm going to get a big hit off into the Zacian, and that's huge. And then I'm probably going to sack Gyara? Probably. Flower Gift going to activate. They're probably going to target down the Cherrim slot with the Zacian, hoping for a knockout to help win the Weather War back. We will go for the Helping Hand here. And Swords Dance once again. Oh, they don't even break my... Ooh, that's actually really big that they don't break my Sash. So this is a big hit into the Zacian. So Body Press going to come out. Big damage. Really solid damage. Okay, cool. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a way to reset the weather here. I think I go Gyarados here. Ooh, this is a... Yeah, I think I go Gyarados here. I wonder if they keep Swords Dancing. That's my question. If they keep Swords Dancing, this is actually still a little bit of a strange position. I do have to break a Sash on Pelipper. Well, I need to get damage on Pelipper. I don't have any damage up against Pelipper currently, which is a bit of a concern. We do get an Intimidate off. I'm assuming they're going to target the Cherrim now, but we'll see. They could play rough double up my Torkoal slot, which I think is a fair play. They do Behemoth Blade though, the Cherrim. Okay, cool. And this is the Weather Ball into the Gyarados. Okay, perfect. All right, not too bad, not too bad. I kind of want to Pollen Puff my Gyara and actually swap into Torkoal. Yeah, I think that works. I think Pelipper's going to double out here, but we'll see. I think Pelipper doubles out into the, what's it called? The Ferrothorn for the, trying to gain weather advantage. And I think Zacian's going to try to pick up a KO here, probably into the Gyarados slot. We'll see here though. Gonna bring out the Flower Gift. Wow, they're not doing what I expected, but it's just play rough into Gyara. Okay, so that was in my expectation range. I'm able to get a Pollen Puff into Torkoal to heal back the HP, which is really solid. Jeez, the fact that Zacian's doing so much damage here. Did they double over Hurricane? They go for Weather Ball. Okay, into the... Okay, that's fine. So I don't mind this position at all because now I get to freely click Heat Wave and I don't get punished at all. With the Sun up, I'll have the boost. If Zacian protects, I'm in a pretty good spot regardless. I don't think Iron Defense is play, just Heat Wave. But keep on as much offensive pressure as possible, especially against the Zacian. And if it protects, it gets heavily punished. Nice. Okay. The Behemoth Blade going to come out into the Torkoal slot. Okay, so they're either hoping for a crit or hoping that they can double knockout, I think, with the Hurricane. So I just keep Pollen Puffing my Torkoal. This Cherrim. Let's go, Cherrim. Let's go. Big Cherrim. Big Cherrim. All right. Please hit the Heat Wave, Torkoal. That's all we need. Weather Ball. Okay, they don't go for the Hurricane Confusion. Beautiful. Pollen Puff is so good right here. Okay, just need to hit. Crit is fine. Hit. Nice. That knocks out Zacian, and now we're in a phenomenal spot where we could... We even get the burn on the Pelipper, just a bonus on top. But that, I mean, I guess the damage is kind of helpful, but really doesn't change anything. Now I just Pollen Puff my Torkoal slot this turn and just keep clicking Heat Wave. And oh my lord. Actually, now that we think about it, the miss on Zamazenta didn't even matter because I never did anything with it again after this match. Holy cow, this Torkoal set going insane right here. But we'll Heat Wave, we'll Pollen Puff. They gotta hope for like Hurricane Confusion, some Heat Wave misses. Definitely possible for them to win the game. Definitely possible for them to win the game. So we'll go for the Weather Ball here. They don't have Wide Guard, which I kind of not expect on this team. They usually just forgo Wide Guard and just have Tailwind. Hurricane they miss, but they would have had to get a Confusion if they wanted a chance in this game, and Ferrothorn goes down. So this game's 100% over. Is that a 4-0 I see? Is that a 4-0 with the Cherrim? Oh my lord, this team went crazy. Did you see the knockout of Instant with the Flower Gift because I punished a greedy parting shot? I'm pretty sure they were parting shotting out into Pelipper. That's how you punish. That is how you punish. Get a body press. I'm taking my 4-0. Take my 4-0. Zamazenta, beautiful. Was actually beautiful in this match. So was Cherrim. Cherrim did a fantastic amount of work. Torkoal was an MVP though. Did you see that Torkoal just sponge up the attacks? Oh, beautiful. But yeah, I was just trying to figure out how I position myself, and I kind of like figured about, I thought they were going to try to make more aggressive plays with the rain option because that was basically something that they were struggling with. And yeah, that's a really big downside, and that's why I really don't like Weather Ball on Pelipper. I think I mentioned this in my Solgaleo rain video about why I run Scald over Weather Ball. But Weather Ball, yes, you get that little bit of base power because there's 100 base power in the rain, then you have to stab, but it's very inconsistent when you're having a Weather War or when your weather runs out, and that's actually pretty likely. So that's the downside of Weather Ball Pelipper. But Cherrim, that was great. All right, we got Poly here, Zacian, the Raichu, Amoonguss. Amoonguss is actually kind of annoying. Incineroar, the Galarian Moltres, and Suicune. So I'm kind of curious on what they're going to bring here. Not sure what I want to bring here. I definitely bring Gyarados. I think I bring Zamazenta too. I'm guessing I'm gonna go Cherrim again with Torkoal since Cherrim's a Spore switching. I would like Expanding Force in the game, but there is 2 Dark types. I'm assuming it's gonna be Zacian, Incineroar. I don't know what they're gonna bring. Probably Amoonguss and Suicune, I'd imagine. I don't know if they're bringing Raichu. They could bring Raichu here. It depends on the Zacian set. My curiosity is this is probably Swords Dance on the Zacian, I imagine, with the team build. With the Amoonguss that has the Spore and Rage Powder alongside the Incineroar with Fake Out. They have double Fake Out as well on this team. So that's what I would imagine here. So Swords Dance is also going to be a tough one to deal with. But luckily there's no Pelipper on this version, it looks like. So definitely a lot easier to handle with my Torkoal slots. So I could have let Torkoal here, but I just don't know if it's the right call. If it's Amoonguss leading, I don't want them to like Spore, and they could lead something like the Incineroar plus Amoonguss, and that would give me a lot of trouble. So they got to be cautious about setting up Swords Dance, and if I could set up Iron Defenses, I'll be in a really good spot. The problem is no leftovers on the Torkoal, which would be like leftovers Torkoal in this situation would be a lot better. In other games, Citrus Berry would be better here. So let's see, because against Suicune it could be annoying. Constant chip damage taken. We're gonna see Suicune Moltres. They actually brought Moltres, which I'm surprised about. Okay, against my Gyarados and Zamazenta. I'm really surprised that they brought Moltres. I'm not really that worried about Moltres. Like, what's it gonna do? Foul play? If it's nasty, I don't know if it's nasty plot. That's the thing. Like, I feel like nasty plot is again rare, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna sub up here, and I'm just gonna go for the Power Whip here for damage into the Suicune slot. I do need chip on the Suicune, so I'll definitely go for the Power Whip here. If they go Incineroar, that's fine. Yeah, if they go Incineroar, that's fine. I probably just switch into Cherrim the following turn. Although, if you switch in Incineroar, which slot would you go for? Well, here's the thing. They either didn't bring Amoonguss or they didn't bring... Okay, so they swap out Suicune. This is probably the Incineroar. Yeah, okay. So we confirmed the Pokemon, basically. I think it has to be Zacian in the back. So we will see the Incineroar come out. And the Moltres going to do something? As I sub here. What are you going for, Moltres? Air Slash, okay. That probably breaks sub, I'd imagine. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, Moltres. A little bit weak, are you? A little bit weak, are you? This is probably Fire Raft, which is my little bit of a concern right here. But I just protect Zamazenta. Do I have to swap out Gyarados? I don't have to, but I just don't see a reason not to go Cherrim here, I guess. Yeah, I might as well just go Cherrim here. They could party shot out. I think if they're gonna they could party shot out, that's definitely a factor. I could have went for a close combat waterfall. That might have actually been better in this case. Yeah, if they faked out. The only problem where that's not great is if Incineroar's a berry, it lives to close combat and then heals enough to where waterfall doesn't KO, and then it either parting shots out or gets a flare blitz off, which I think is the worst for me. So I'd rather get Cherrim in so I can go for a helping hand close combat potentially. But we're gonna see the swap here into the Suicune once again. Okay, so is this Fiery Wrath? I'd imagine it's Fiery Wrath to try to break my sub, but we'll see. We'll protect here. Let's see, it's gonna be the Fire Wrath does come out. Okay, yeah, I really don't mind this position though. Cherrim did take a little bit more than I was hoping, but right here, I don't see a reason not to Behemoth Bash the Moltres and just protect here. I don't want to take an Air Slash or the Fire Wrath that's probably coming out. The upcoming turns are going to be a little bit scary here, because this Moltres is actually surprisingly a little bit more difficult than I kind of realized. Like, it is actually doing work against my Sun mode. We're going to see the swap here, so this is Incineroar once again. That's fine. That's actually better for me. You don't get Tailwind up or anything, because I can always threaten a close combat knockout potentially. So let's see. I wonder how much damage I do to Moltres. I doubt I do. Like, I don't think I activate Berserk at all, which is why I'm going for this. But I'm not sure if I'll get the helping hand knockout the following turn if possible. Maybe with close combat, because close combat is stronger than Behemoth Bash, but we'll see. I didn't want to lower my defenses just yet. Yeah, that's like no damage. It's actually like no damage, but that's fine. Air Slash gonna come out into the Cherrim. Okay, that's really good actually. Do I want to trade Cherrim for the Incineroar? That's my question. I don't have to though, right? I don't have to. I can just Behemoth Blade or Behemoth Bash go into Gyarados once again. I don't see a reason not to. I think they're gonna go out into Suicune again. I think they're playing a really passive game right here. They could go parting shot out into Zacian, which is a little bit concerning, but I do really want to threaten the Moltres knockout later in the game. They actually stay in this time. I'm guessing they're clicking party shot. Sad, because I could have went for helping hand close combat, but I was worried about them going back into Suicune and just going for an Air Slash, which would have been probably really safe, I thought. Oh, I activated Berserk. My calc must have been really off. Did I low roll and a high roll? I thought I did like less than 25%. Okay. So they are able to get a Fire Wrath off into my Gyara. Still doesn't do that much actually, which is surprising. Fire shot out into the Gyarados slot. Okay, that's actually really good that they targeted the Gyarados. All right, who's coming out? Is this gonna be Zama? Is this Zacian finally coming out, or is this gonna be Suicune again? Suicune is really passive here. Zacian, I think, would make more sense. Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, if two Behemoth Blades is like 2/3 almost, close combat should definitely KO. Because it's a 20 higher base power, so please don't tell me I min rolled into max rolled and then this calc gets messed up immensely. I'm switching Gyarados out into Torkoal, because I don't need like the fire move damage. I just need to get into Torkoal. All right, is this Incin? Makes sense. So I get some good damage in the Incin, which I definitely will take. And then they also lost their special attack boost, which is actually pretty huge. And Torkoal looking pretty solid, especially with the heal pulse or pollen puff that I have with my Cherrim. So not a bad game. Going to go Torkoal. Get the Drought activated. And then let's see what they decide to do with the Zamazenta. Play rough. They target Torkoal. Beautiful. Okay. In close combat, some free damage in Incineroar. Ooh, very nice damage. Okay. Really solid. Really solid. Now this is just a free Gyarados and whatever I want to do here with Torkoal. Do I want to body press? I kind of want to Iron Defense immediately. I could go for the Iron Defense immediately. I could also just Heat Wave here. I think Suicune could come in and Parting Shot could come out, which is why I don't want to Heat Wave. I do want to go Cherrim, and I think I am just going to Iron Defense, because Iron Defense allows my Body Press to always KO the Incin and Moltres at the range is at. We're going to see the swap. This should be Suicune. Yep. Okay. That's really good. I'm imagining this is fake on the Zamazenta then to prevent the Incineroar knocking it out. I'm not sure, but Gyarados is just a very safe play here. Okay. And then body press always throws into KO on instant, which is huge. They go for Flare Blitz. Okay, that makes sense. They're going to try to knock out the Zamazenta, but the Gyarados coming in is really big for me. Burn? Yeah, I had a suspicion. It can't go that perfectly. All right, that's fine. Get the Iron Defense up with the Torkoal. I'm going to body press the instant slot because instants don't run protect, and I usually just get a KO on that slot. The question is what do I want to do with Gyara? It kind of sucks that I got burned because I would have loved to get the power whip damage off into Suicune. But it's not a bad spot. The reason I could go into Cherrim to take the Scald better from the Suicune, but the problem with that is I just don't want to get caught by a Flare Blitz here. So we are going to see the Scald into the Torkoal. Yeah, that does more than I expected, actually. Power Whip. I even missed, so I can't even check. All right, they go for the parting shot, which is fine. All right, so Gyarados going to take that parting shot. We're going to see the Incineroar swap out into whatever's coming out is just going down to body press. I think the Zacian was in range of body press. And the Moltres is going down, yeah. Wait, actually, did I get chip on the Zacian ever? I don't think I did, but they obviously wouldn't want to switch into like a fire move right here. So I'm able to eliminate the Moltres. Good. The Moltres goes down. Now it's a little bit questionable because Gyarados is still kind of important, but it's tricky. I also have no idea what move. Is it Sacred Sword? Is it? No, we saw Play Rough. Yeah, we saw Play Rough and it missed a Torkoal. Yeah, Zacian comes out. That Suicune is gonna be tricky to finish off in the end game. This is Play Rough here and I have no swap. I guess I go Zamazenta here. I kind of want to... Do I want to Iron Defense again? The problem is these Sun turns are actually really difficult as well to deal with. I don't know if they attack here or if they're going to protect. I kind of just want to go for the body personalization because I do need the damage. I guess the problem with this is I'm taking extra damage with the Zamazenta. That's really unnecessary. So let's see here. Get the shield up. We're going to see Behemoth Blade. I guess they were expecting the Cherrim in. Oh, they targeted the Torkoal. Okay, I have a Sitrus. So I should survive double up. Okay, that's actually really good that they didn't get the damage on the Zamazenta. Because the Zamazenta might have to finish off this Zacian at this point. Scald in a Torkoal as well. I'll survive this. Yep. I will have to Pollen Puff up, but that's okay. The body press comes out into the Zacian. Good damage. Not enough, but... yeah, this is fine right now. I think I'm going to sub here with the Zamazenta, and I'm actually going to go Gyarados. I'm imagining it's Protect here. I think it's Protect Scald, or double up into Torkoal once again, which is fine for me too. We're going to need some big work here. Zamazenta is going to have to clean up. I could close combat the Zacian. I just have no idea if it is going to pick up the knockout at this range. I think I do want the Sun Up, and I want Pollen Puff. So I will go for the Intimidate with Gyarados. I will be able to get a player. I will be able to live a Play Rough and get a sub up with Zamazenta if this is going to be the case. Let's see. They do Protect here. Awesome. That's really good for me. Okay. I do call it a Protect Ride. That's amazing for me. And I'm able to get a sub up with Zamazenta. So now Instant can't intimidate me. So I get a close combat off into the Zacian slot. And they tail in here. Okay. That's fine. Makes sense. Sunlight fades. I don't need Torkoal to win the game. I don't. I actually kind of want to get... okay, I want to close combat here. The Zacian. And I want to get Torkoal in. I mean, I don't think they're going to Scald the Gyarados. If they do anything, it's going to be double up my Zamazenta slot, I imagine. A Scald Burn is going to be really annoying, though. If they go for a Play Rough, it breaks my sub and then Scald Burns. That would be really annoying, but... we will fight through it. Because right now, I think getting Torkoal in for the Sun for Cherrim reset and then having Gyarados Intimidate once again is actually pretty important right here. What's nice is this sub allows me to get the close combat off very safely. They're going to swap out the Suicune, which is big for me. Going to be Incineroar. All right. I'll definitely take this. I also wonder if their Incineroar is fast, if they actually even are able to outspeed Zamazenta. Because that could be another factor that comes up in this game. Let's see. Get Gyarados switching out into my Torkoal, which is actually in a great offensive position right here. If they break my sub, I might go Gyarados and body press, but we'll see. And the Zacian goes for Play Rough into what was the Gyarados, so I am able to survive. Nice. I do have Pollen Puff, so I can probably get that in later. We're going to see the close combat come out. Big knockout. into Zacian. Let's go. Okay, that's big. That's really big. Okay. So Zacian goes down. I'm going to sack Gyarados, I think. Gyarados is really useless at this point. And getting my Cherrim, I think. I just think getting in Cherrim is really safe. So this is going to be Suicune once again. And then we get to go Cherrim. Because I'm going to protect here. I'm going to stall out another turn of Tailwind. And I'm going to stall out their Fake Out turn. I want to see if I can get the free switch into Cherrim. So I'm going to go Gyarados here and protect. I mean, I don't think I'm going to get the free swap here at this rate. But let's see. They also got to... Because they got to worry about Zamazenta. And they also got to worry about Body Press. So I think they have to try to... What would they have to do? Scald here. Yeah, they're in a really rough spot. They're in a really rough spot. And maybe I could win the game with just Cherrim going for next to Zamazenta with big close combats with helping hands. But I could just go for a Seed Bomb and do as much damage. So let's see. Torkoal going to switch out. Gonna bring out the Gyarados again for the Intimidate. I do love this. It reminds me a lot about my old Series 5 team that I really enjoyed playing with. So Intimidate. Incineroar, just in case. And protect my Zamazenta. I don't even need Zamazenta to win at this point. I just need to KO the Incin. Scald going to come out into Zamazenta and Flare Blitz double up. Yeah, okay. I don't think what Scald crit knock out is the question. That is the big, I think, money question right there. I could switch out. Switching out is kind of safe, but like I could sack Torkoal and then bring it out for close combat and just win the game. But I kind of want to still have Sun up and to win the game. So I'll go for the close combat here. I'm going to go for the Waterfall into Incin. They have to outspeed with the Incin, which is possible. But they also have to break sub with Scald, and that's really unlikely, even with my -1 speed def. Yeah. And I am faster, looks like. Get a close combat off, and then I'll be able to bring out Cherrim. Cherrim is going to finish off the Suicune with the Seed Bomb and the Sun. So, yeah, this is looking like a good game right here. So, goodbye, Incineroar. And here is a Waterfall in the Suicune. I guess we get to confirm if it's leftovers on the Suicune or not. Are you leftovers? You are leftovers. Okay. Wonder how much we're going to do with close combat with Cherrim out. Let's find out into Suicune. How many turns of Sun do I have left? 2 or 1? If it's 2, that's really good because I just Seed Bomb. Yeah, 2. Okay. All right. We click close combat and we click Cherrim right here. And that is going to be a good game, it looks like, as they are going to let me get the KO on the Suicune, it looks like. So we do get Cherrim in. Perfect. And yeah, Flower Gift is going to increase my speed def even further. I wonder if Scald will knock out my sub. Let's see. Did they roar here? I think they roared, didn't they? Because the Suicune went... Wow, that did so much damage, actually. Helping Hand would have obliterated the Suicune. That is actually insane damage. And Suicune? Wait, went... Oh, yeah, Tailwind petered out last turn. I thought Tailwind petered out this turn. Okay. Oh, it looks like Cherrim won't even need any. We could go for Helping Hand. We could go for a... We could go for a lot of things. But all I know is we're finishing off the game style with a Zamazenta next to Cherrim. Now that seems like a good ending, and I'll go for the Pollen Puff and Zamazenta if they want to go for Protect if they have it. Nice. Overall, Zamazenta, amazing. Overall, it's been really fun. That game I probably couldn't position Cherrim as much as I wanted just because I was always worried about like Moltres damage output, the Zacian getting into a good position. So that's what I was really scared of throughout the game. So I wasn't able to get like Cherrim in, unfortunately, next to Torkoal. But once I was able to start getting something set up, especially like the Iron Defense Torkoal set, there were probably like a lot of ways I could have won that game, especially with Pollen Puff Cherrim being a really good setup right there. Unfortunately, I had to lose my Sash pretty early in the game, which is why I couldn't really like go aggressive against it because I needed Cherrim alive, I think, to deal with the Suicune. And having Pollen Puff pressure, I think, which was really nice. So overall, just getting, I think, some key reads, especially that substitute on the Zacian protecting, and then the close combat being able to knock out Zacian absolutely was game changing, I think, and overall able to put in a ton of work. And that is gonna be the end of today's video. Oh man, Zamazenta Cherrim was really fun. Oh my lord, that was really fun to use. Okay, the Torkoal was pretty cool. The Cherrim definitely put into work. Zamazenta, incredible. We haven't used Obstagoon yet, and that's probably because we didn't find like a Lunala, Shadow Rider, or one of those, but maybe we'll bring in the next episode. Who knows? You'll have to tune into the next episode to find out. But if you did enjoy today's episode, leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. We are making Zamazenta work. And yeah, make sure you check out my social medias down below, such as my other YouTube channels and my Twitch channel. If you want more content from me, you can find me there, as well as yeah, you can try out this team. You have 10 days or whenever series 10 ends. Make sure you try it out. There's a paste pin down below in the description, and make sure you keep an eye out for the team builder. But otherwise, that's gonna be it. Have a great day, people, and until we bow again, I'll catch y'all later.